Are you searching for purpose of life? Discover your true identity. Stay tuned to Shalom World.
Hello and welcome to a time of excitement and inspiration. I am Manoj Sunny, and together with Shalom World, we'll take you through the journeys of a group of ordinary people in the Jesus Youth Movement who dare to follow an extraordinary call as a part of the full-time volunteer project, a project that has been instilling the missionary lifestyle in young people for the last 28 years. A project that has put 28 batches of young people, around 2,000 so far, through a 30-day intensive training and placing them in mission centers around the world for a whole year. And that's exactly why they are called God's crazy people. Today, we have someone very special joining us from Dubai, UAE. She was born in Kerala, India, to Emmanuel T. Kurian and Wilsey Emmanuel, and as only sister to two brothers. After completing her BTech in civil engineering, she decided to set apart 1 year fully for the Lord and attended the International Full-Time Volunteers Training in Thailand. She took up the very unique challenge of working in an extremely difficult mission country during her 1 year full-time mission. I won't mention the name of the country because of the sensitive situation there. Now, she lives in Dubai with her husband, Tushar, and 3-year-old daughter, Michelle. Let us welcome Elvi Maria Emmanuel. Elvi, welcome.
Thank you, Manoj. I'm really grateful to be a part of this wonderful show.
Elvi, you were the best outgoing student in your college. You received an award. And soon after
Yes.
your studies, you got a placement in a prestigious company. But still, you took a decision to take a 1 year break after your studies and attended the volunteer training, and you took that 1 year commitment. What made you take the decision?
See, as you told, I was already having, placement in one of the big companies and really excited on my first salary and stepping out into this world of opportunities and all that. And then the call of full-timership came and they asked me, okay, are you ready for this volunteer, this training? I'm like, okay, but my life was really set. And do I really need to take this 1 year? Then I casually went to talk to one of my family priests. And then this is what he told me. I just shared the confusion to him, and he told me this. Elvi, you have nothing else to do in your life. And then you go in for maybe, say, volunteership or maybe mission, just because you're free and you don't have that particular time, to use that particular time elsewhere. So if you go for that, it's good. I mean, it's not bad, but it's good. But you have something already set and fixed in your life. Still, you choose. That's what he told me. You choose to say no to it, and you say yes to the Lord and go for that year of mission. That will really turn out to be an immense blessing in your life. It's something beautiful that cannot be explained. And this made me think. I'm like, really? Is that so? Because at that time, I was already in, what do I say? Like, after the encounter experience and really close to the Lord. And I sat down maybe 5 to 10 minutes in prayer, and I'm like, really, Lord, are you willing? Do you really want me to do this? Or is it right? And then, I don't know, I felt such a big amount of joy from my inner self. And then I was like, yes, I'm going for this mission.
It's true, Elvi. I believe God is giving such beautiful call to many of us. It may be very foolish in the eyes of the world, but you made the right choice. That's the only reason you are here now. And I'm sure that it was not a easy response you made, like easy choice you made. Your journey would have started much earlier. When did you start your journey with them?
Okay, well, now for that, I'll have to go back to my 12th standard, 12th boards. And being in an Indian family and the CBSE syllabus, I mean, it's really a difficult period for each of the student. And it's like you have to score good marks and you get into one of the best colleges, and your career is like termed from your 12th results and all that. And then I was a good student in all subjects, and maybe I was someone whom the teachers expected to get a rank also. For all the previous exams, I was getting like around 85, 90 plus in maths, and then suddenly, after the boards, after the model exams, I just ended up with a pass mark, and this made my teachers and my parents like really shocked. I was just a daily daily Sunday church goer, or just that sort. But then I started reading I still remember, it's Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 9. And I used to read that before I started maths, and when I used to end maths. So then I used to keep a seat over there and said, okay, Lord, you're my teacher. You have to be here. And if you really exist, please help me through this maths, because I really don't know what's happened to me. And the day before my results were announced, I just told the Lord, you know everything. You know how we are prepared. So it's you and me. It's not me alone. It's you and me. And my exam results came, and I scored 99 on 100 for maths. And that was really, I just fell on my knees and I was like, Lord, you're really there. It was like, what do I say? Like a turning point in my life where I just realized the power of the Lord.
Elvi, I'm taking back your memories to the Thailand training. At the end of the training, the team proposed the placement countries for each participant, and you were given this difficult country. I believe it would have been a real shock for you. And it was not at all an easy place to go, especially as a missionary. And what was your response? And weren't you afraid to go to such a country?
It's like definitely a challenge. You are like away from all your near dear ones, from all that you love. Like, okay, communication is not very easy there, and you stay there all alone. And then that really made me like, is this what is meant? So then I just went to the chapel, and then I decided, I had to decide, I had to say yes or no. I went to the chapel, and then I sat there, but I really don't know. There is some kind of a joy that started, I started feeling that, and some kind of courage that came over, which told me that I should say in yes straight away. So convincing my parents was yet another big task. My mom was like immediate no. Then I called my dad. My dad was like, okay, yeah, why don't you just go? And that was something that really boosted me up. Maybe, because from one side I just heard no, from one side I was like, yes, why don't you go for it? So for that, it's yes, I got a call from inside. I was like, yes, I was sure that I should go. And then that push from my dad was really something that told me, yes, Elvi, you can do it.
I know that you had a very serious infection after reaching there, and then you were hospitalized for almost 2 weeks. I know that you had a very tough time there. But how did you survive? But you decided to continue for the whole year. Then how did you survive?
I was trying to adjust, adapt, learn the new language, adapt to lifestyle, new people. So adapting with them and all that, it was going fine. And then I had a severe pain, and then I go into the hospital, get admitted, and I was like, Lord, I feel so miserable. Maybe this is not meant to me. Maybe I was just overthinking, and maybe this was all not true. Maybe I was just, I was just fascinated. Maybe this is not right, Lord. Why did this happen to me? I wanted to do something good, but it ended up being something worse. In that particular place, you don't find any religious person or walking outside or roaming around or anything of that sort. But in that hospital, okay, it was just 1 month after I just got in. There was a random priest who just walked through, and then he came to my room, and then he just came inside, and then he talked to me English, and I was really surprised. Okay, English, I can understand something. He had the Eucharist with him, so I could, after 1 month, okay, I confessed and I received the Holy Communion, and he just left. That moment, okay, I realized whatever situation you are in, whichever unknown world, unknown language, unknown culture, whatever. The Lord is there. He knows to give you what you need at the right time. And that one particular instance or that particular moment really changed that whole full-timership view in me. It was like from there where I got the courage, the strength to face this period, and I took over from that moment. That thought that the Lord is there for me, the Lord is with me, the Lord is really my friend. It became more. I became more convinced at that particular moment. Then after that, I think full-timership was really fun.
Elvi, before I continue with further questions, I have a surprise for you. Joining us now, Subin Jacob, former director of the Jesus Youth International Missions. He has been coordinating the Jesus Youth International full-time volunteers training in Thailand for the last 7 years and has been closely journeying with the young missionaries of the movement, including you, Elvi. He presently serves as the director of one of the Jesus Youth offshoots, Outreach Child Support, a project that supports about 3,500 children across the world in their education. He lives in Kerala, India, with his wife and 3 kids. Subin.
I met Elvi for the first time when she came for the full-timers training in Thailand. She was such a jovial person, very bubbly and energetic and enthusiastic person. And she was so open to new things, to experiment new things, to learn new things, and also to change if it was required. She was loved by everyone. She was accepted by everyone. And because of her, that bubbly and lovely and energetic nature, she was so eager to go around and meet people and do things. But then, all of a sudden, in 1 month time, she is in the hospital in her sick bed without being able to do anything that is exactly against her desire or her eagerness. That was something difficult for her to accept, to go through. But then she went through that phase so beautifully. I would say even so gracefully she went through that phase with a smile on her face. She never complained. She never got disappointed or discouraged. Even in that phase, even when she was in the hospital, that time also she was so happy, so jovial, so bubbly. She brightened the lives of all those who came to visit her. Once I visited her in her place, it was so happy to see the way she got gelled with the people there, the way she got accepted and loved by the local community. For the local community, she was like just one among them. Now you are married, you live with your husband and your child, you are working. When you look back into that 1 year of commitment, full-timership commitment, what is that one thing that helped you for your present life or that is still helping you for your present life?
Thank you, Subin. Elvi, that's a very good question, I believe.
How many things you decide, whatever you plan, whatever you do, it's all ultimately the Lord's will and the Lord's plan, which is definitely for your good alone. It's definitely for your good alone, purely. I completely, I say that I believe in it because that's the conviction that I got in that full-timership. And secondly, trust the Lord. Blindly trust the Lord. Because He knows where He's going to put you, what you're going through, and how you can even get over it. He will give you what you want at the right time.
Elvi, I know that you received an award from your company, Best Engineer Award in 2017. So you abandoned a good job and went for the commitment, and then you came back. Then what happened to your life? Okay, did you get a good job, and then how did you journey from that moment to this award?
I completed my full-timership, and it was 2 years before we had one more camp there. So again, I just told my dad, Mom, okay, I'm going away, so I'll not be in touch, but then just keep me in prayers and stuff. And then by that time, I had already starting preparing my CVs and stuff, okay? And then I had just sent a few random companies just at that time, but not really sure because I just wanted to be prepared for the next phase, like what to do next. And then I went for this camp. when I reached Dubai back, that's when I again get back to the communications and all that. And then I just open my mail, okay, in LinkedIn profiles. I just have a message saying that tried calling you in your number, okay, because I'd given obviously Dubai contact number, but out of reach. As soon as you reach and you're available, please give a call back. This is for an interview for so and so position in so and so company. And I was like, okay. And then I just went in for that interview. Like it was like scheduled for the next week. Then I went there. I cleared. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what really happened in that interview, because most of the technical things I did answer. Few of them I didn't know because it was already 1 year gap. And then he asked me what happened in this 1 year, and I told him the stories of the full-timership that I had gone through. So then he was like, okay, I will let you know. And then he sent me back. Next day, I got a call from the HR saying that I am selected, I'm shortlisted, and please come in to sign your contract. And I'm like, really? I mean, people, the world, I would say, was telling me, Elvi, you have done something really wrong. But the Lord really had a greater plan for me. He had already set a job. Maybe if I had taken that job that was back in India, and I would be there, I would not be with my family and all that. But here, I just came back to Dubai. My parents were here. And then I get the job. I'm with my family. I could stay with them and I could go for the job, and was really excited.
I'm glad that you still live those experiences in your life. And my final question to you, what do you want to share with the young people of today?
Just say yes to any of the challenging situation that you come across your life, because the change that will bring to you and to your near dear ones is really something amazing which cannot be described. So I challenge you guys, try to say a yes.
I believe that's what we need today, a heart which is willing to take up the challenges, especially when the whole world is going through a difficult time now. It was a pleasure having you with us today. May God accompany you in all your future endeavors. Thank you.
It was really inspiring for me to recollecting all that. I still thank God for the trust and courage that I had in Him. And I pray that I still have that same courage and that faith in Him and continue this journey with Him. Thank you.
Our special guest for today is Father Bitaju Matthew, OSSD. He is a Trinitarian priest and has served as a national and international chaplain for the Jesus Youth Movement. He was also the chaplain for several batches of full-timers. Presently, he is the Secretary Vice Provincial cum Counselor of their Vice Province, India, and the Director of Formation at their minor seminary. In Jesus Youth, he also serves as the chaplain of the International Formation Team. Father Bitaju Matthew.
What amazes me on recalling the fruits of full-timership is the God experience that transforms the lives of many young men and women. I have been inspired and challenged by their earnest desire for God and the methods they employ in developing a very personal, intimate relationship with the person of Jesus. Another fruit of full-timership is the passion they experience for the souls. As St. Paul says, love of Christ urges me on. This is what I have seen in several full-timers. Their love for God compelled them to reach out to other youngsters who are in trouble or in difficult situations. The third fruit of the full-timership that I have witnessed is the unique lifestyle they develop during this period, based on a personal relationship with the person of Jesus, the Word of God, and the sacraments, especially the sacrament of the Eucharist and the sacrament of reconciliation. A fourth fruit that I am aware is the incredible contribution the full-timers make to their respective parishes as well as small faith communities. I must say that I have been truly impressed by the ambience and content of the formation of the full-timers. The ambience involves a lot of fun with the deep reflections and rich learnings on self, interpersonal relationships, Word of God, and the teaching of the church, evangelization, the tips for youth ministry. The availability of matured and experienced resources, animators, priests, and leaders of the Jesus Youth fully being available to these youngsters to clarify any of their questions and to accompany them during the training, as well as this 1 year of commitment, is such an enriching experience and transformation for the young person. Such training programs can truly deepen the faith of the young today to love Christ and his body, the church. What I admire about the full-timership is that this 1 year formation is geared in such a way that it makes several of them a lifetime missionary, exploring the rich treasure of the church, as well as the exposure to mission places opens the wide horizon of possibilities before the young. It fills them with a passion for the person of Jesus and his mission. I can only remain in wonder at the creativity and innovative missionary initiatives that are so appealing to the youth of today, developed by the full-timers. No doubt that it can contribute and support the missionary efforts of the church enormously.
Thank you very much, Father Bitaju. As you said, this 1 year exposure to mission makes several of them lifetime missionaries. And we see a lot of creative and innovative missionary initiatives from these full-timers. As Pope Francis states in Evangelii Gaudium, every Christian is challenged here and now to be actively engaged in evangelization. Indeed, anyone who has truly experienced God's saving love does not need much time or lengthy training to go out and proclaim that love. It is true, we have witnessed it for the last 28 years, how this just 1 month training changes lives and kindles numerous mission initiatives. So if any one of you listening to me now is inspired to answer a similar call, do get in touch with us. So that's it for today, friends. Let's keep each other in prayer and stay crazy for God until we meet again next week for the same program on Shalom World. For more exciting contents, watch shalomworld.org and download the free apps of Shalom World on your iOS and Android devices. Thank you.
Someone who's used media a lot in evangelization, so I believe in the importance of Catholic radio, Catholic TV, Catholics using the new media. Can I encourage everyone to watch Shalom TV? I think it's a great vehicle of evangelization. And God bless all of you.